my vision board from 2022 and my vision board from 2023 because I chose not to make one last year. But this year, I think that my visions have changed. I did a lot of the things on this board, and I'm finding that I'm craving other experiences. So I'm making a new vision board for 2024, and this is the video where you can follow along with me as I do it. I think of a vision board as just a mood board for your life. They can be digital or analog, but I prefer just using a sheet of poster board and some magazines because I like that tactile feel of flipping through pages and finding all of the images that call to me. And that's how I'm going to start today. I have a whole pile of magazines here, and I'm going to flip through them and tear out or cut out any image that draws me in. I don't have to have a clear vision about how these words and images will fit into my life in the future. Just if they seem to call to me, I'm going to pull them out. This part of the process took about an hour, so I'm going to speed it up for both your sanity and mine. I'm cutting out both photos and words here, and I realize that I probably won't be able to use all of it. I figure it's better to cut it out now and have it available when I'm putting together the actual vision board than to not have it and have to go back and look for it. Another thing you'll see me do is to pull out pages or images that have colors and textures that appeal to me, even if they aren't of specific scenes or objects. This is because I found it really useful when making a vision board to have patterns that I can slip behind and between the other images because I don't like to have white space in my end product. The hour I spent flipping through these magazines and cutting out words and pictures went really quickly, and it felt so good. It was the perfect antidote to all of the buzz and hubbub and busyness of the holiday season. I really felt like I was taking out some time for myself, and it was time that I desperately needed. I want to take a quick break here for a couple of reasons. First, you're going to notice a wardrobe change, and I just want to point out that I didn't make this vision board all in one go. I actually spread it out over a couple of days, and I think that's important to note because you don't have to be able to set aside 3 or 4 hours for yourself in one chunk to be able to do something like this. I did most of the cutting out of everything on one day, and then I did all of the arranging of it on a second day. So use your time as you have it. Find an hour here or there where you can spend time focusing on yourself And don't sweat it if you don't have a whole morning or afternoon or chunk of hours in the evening to do something like this. The second reason that I wanted to pause for a minute is because I'm changing some things around on this channel, and I just wanted to encourage you, if you have been following along for a while or you feel like you want to get to know me a little bit better, sign up for the newsletter, because my weekly vlogs are now going to appear only there. They will be exclusive for newsletter subscribers, and it doesn't cost you anything. Well, you can choose to support me financially, and I will be very grateful for that. You don't have to. And no matter what, you will get links to recent videos that I've posted, teasers about upcoming content, and the exclusive videos that are only for newsletter subscribers. If you do decide to upgrade to a paid subscription, I have some actual physical surprises that will be coming in the mail to you over the course of the coming year. So that link is down in the description. Subscribe. And now let's get back to making that vision board. I have everything I cut out in a pile in front of me. They're all cut out pretty roughly, so in the course of laying out my board, I'll be cutting things out with a little bit more detail, arranging them how I think they will go, and finally gluing them into place until I have my final board that will stay with me for probably the rest of the year at least. This was another long process. This half of the vision board creation took me about another hour. I'm going to speed it up just like we did last time, but at the end of this, I will come back and talk about what I ended up choosing for the board and why different images and words are featured. One thing I do want to point out as I'm gluing these pieces down is that oftentimes when I'm making a collage like this, that's so that I can slip other pieces underneath what I've already glued down and get the right kind of layering for the look that I want. At the very end, I will go back and I will glue down all of those loose edges once everything's in place. Ooh, slowing it down for just a second here so I can show you what I was talking about earlier with colors and textures. I love textiles, I love colors, patterns, textures, and I always want those represented on my vision boards, even if it's just tucked into the background between other things. Now that this year's board is completely done, I just want to share why I chose some of the things that I chose. I've really been feeling the need for coziness and nurture recently, and that's why I started out with this very middle bit that says find comfort here, because that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for comfort, and you'll see that over and over again in the pile of the blankets, in some croissants, some coffee, and a journal. Those are all things that bring me comfort. I also wanted to put some focus on solitary occupations like going for a walk on a trail, because I continue to feel like that's a very important part of my life. Up here, I show a woman sitting alone on a bench, but there's actually people all around her in the bigger picture. And really, I included that one because I miss snow. I would like to see snow again this year. It has been a while. I put a pile of board games down the side to represent that time with my family playing games. These are not the kind of games that we play. We tend to play more complex European board games, but it still represents that part of my life. And then you'll see all of these words like community and connection. They gathered, and there's pictures here of people gathered together, eating meals together, talking, laughing. That is something that has been missing in my life the past few years since we moved to Los Angeles, and I want to start rebuilding that part of my life. I've been here long enough that it's feeling like a permanent location change, and I want to have those roots of friends and groups to spend time with here. I also included meditation as part of my board. You can see there, the words there say the practice of active stillness. Meditation, I think, is going to continue to be a big part of my life. I've been exploring the idea of becoming a trained meditation instructor. I've been starting to take classes, attend online retreats, and I just see that as becoming a bigger and bigger part of my life. You can also see my journal here where I've been drawing. That's been really important to me, and it has really been my recharging space, so I want to continue to do that. Here and now also represents that meditation and recharging. And up here, in this corner, it says, "You are a force to be reckoned with." To me, that represents just coming into myself and continuing to believe in myself and trust my instincts and listening to my inner voice, so that I know that what I bring to the world, what I bring to myself, is important. The only other thing that I want to point out on here is this word in the corner. Ease. And there's a reason why I included that and why I included it so prominently. Ease is my wish for myself. It's how I want my life to feel. It's how I want to feel going through my life. Ease is my North Star. And with that, I am wishing you ease. And also love and joy and all those good things. And I can't wait to talk to you again.